What's up, guys? Welcome to Unqualified Critics. Got a couple different topics I want to cover, so figure we'll put this all into one big video. Check out the timestamps below if you want to skip ahead to any particular topic. But we're going to cover pinball and a couple updates therein, and we're going to cover Miss Pac Man, which also has some updates. Let's look at it. So the Miss Pac Man Cocktail Cabinet, or the head-to-head cabinet, as some people call it, I think that's what it's officially called. I prefer to continue calling it the Cocktail Cabinet because that's what these were originally named after. $399. That's a new low price for the arcade one-up Miss Pac Man Cocktail Cabinet at BestBuy.com. That's the best price. That's less than I paid for this. I got mine for $450, which I felt like was a good deal. $400's a better deal. And when the firmware is out, I think later this week, we're going to get two new games. I think it's Pac and Pal, and then the other one, of course, is Mappy. So this is going to be a 10-in-1 game, really the definitive way to play Miss Pac-Man. So if you have room for a cocktail cabinet or you've been thinking about picking this up, now might be the time. And you guys might remember I did a video a few days ago on the firmware update for it being broken. Well, that firmware update's been pulled. I'm in communication with the Arcade One Up team. They're working on an updated firmware. When that drops, what we're going to get are the two new games and potentially a couple other improvements, but I'll be able to cover that when that's finalized. But for now, I want you to know that it's coming, and really this is the best value you could get. So for any of you guys that downloaded the firmware like I did right away and then kind of broke your cabinet, yeah, that sucks. And I was pretty frustrated by that too. But knowing that they're going to be bringing a fix out pretty soon, as long as they keep their word on that, I'm not going to be too mad about it. And again, for $400, this is really a good deal. If you're looking for stools, currently the best deal on the matching Pac-Man stools, or at least the closest we're going to get to matching since we're not going to get Miss Pac, $71 at HSN plus free shipping. It's slightly better than the QVC site's offer right now, so I will put a link below. Notably, at BestBuy.com, although they've got a great price on the Miss Pac-Man Cocktail, Big Buck Hunter remains $550. I'm really surprised by that. Currently $500 at arcade1up.com. Now you could try to price match that, but I doubt they will because it looks different and they're going to think it's two different products. But between you and I, these are not two different products. This is the exact same games list. I keep seeing comments asking what's the difference. The appearance is the difference. That's it. I've covered this before, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it's just going to come down to which one you think looks better. And of course, the one from arcade1up.com is going to have a slightly better price. And Golden Tee is back up to $400. It's no longer $250. It was $250 for a long time. I figured they were just going to sell through all their stock at that price, but that hasn't happened. All right, let's look at pinball. Arcade One Up Pinball is delayed. We do not know for how long. If you're not a member yet, you probably should be. The official Arcade One Up global fan page. Kind of a mouthful. But if you go here, Arcade One Up does post updates from time to time, including lately they posted an update that they are working on the firmware for Miss Pac-Man, and they've been asked down below about the pinball, and they say they're going to get to that. They also say they're going to do speed settings for the Miss Pac-Man Cocktail Cabinet, maybe for all of them, but at least the Cocktail Cabinet in the future, but that won't be part of this week's firmware update. They're trying to fix some issues first, and once they get that out, that's one thing, and we get the new games. But then next up will be speed settings, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited by. But for those of you waiting on pinball, this is disappointing. We don't know when these are coming. I think we're looking at a February release date on some of the retailers. The reality is I don't think those retailer release dates are finalized. I'm not going to trust them until we get a real statement from Arcade One Up, because the retailers keep changing their dates and everyone sees it and assumes that they're accurate, but they've not been accurate yet. Are they coming in February? I don't know. Are they coming earlier? Are they coming later? We got to wait and hear from Arcade One Up. I really hope we hear from them this week. But for those of you that want to play pinball on AtGames products, well, you're already able to do that, but they're going to continue to improve it. They've got a new pinball league that's about to launch, and they're doing a revamp to the ArcadeNet interface. The old one was kind of ugly and stodgy. I never felt like AtGames did a great job with user interface, which frankly is a lot more important for them than an Arcade One Up, because there's just so much more to do on their products. And when you get into ArcadeNet, being able to access other games and browse a large library of games, well, then user interface becomes pretty important. And they've redesigned it. It looks a lot better now. But next week, December 16th, they're going to have their kickoff tournament. That'll be the first week. It's like a pre-release, basically, for the Legends Pinball tournament. Now, I've got a video playing in the background that's going to show you how to go and sign up. grab a buddy, get your ArcadeNet IDs, log in, and then you're going to be able to submit high scores to this tournament. And there are a ton of prizes that they're giving away, including some prizes that are going to be given out randomly. So even if you're not very good at pinball, there's still a good reason to participate. But it's all going to culminate in the season championship tournament at the end of this season. The winning team each get a Legends Pinball, and the runner-ups each get a Legends Gamer Pro. But there will be weekly prizes too, where you're going to get ArcadeNet packs where you can download more pinball tables to your cabinet. And they're even going to be giving out Legends Gamer Minis with pinball kits for random participants, which is going to be awesome. But for this kickoff event that's dropping next week, the winner will get a Legends Gamer Pro for each of their teammates. And then again, a random winner will get a Legends Gamer Mini with pinball kit. So they're really going to be throwing a lot of prizes out to the community. Recommend that you check that out. I'm pretty excited about the redesigned ArcadeNet. It looks fantastic. And if you're hoping to get a Legends Pinball and you don't win this contest, then know that next year these will be in retailers. We don't know exactly when. We don't know how easy or hard they will be to get. But with all the delays that are being experienced by the people making these pinball machines, my guess is everything we've heard to date is optimistic, and this stuff's going to take longer to get than we thought. But in the meantime, you can play on AtGames all the other products. You're just going to get that 720p 30 frames per second performance. And if you're waiting on the Arcade 1-Up pinball, then let's hope we get news. I don't know if the latest GameStop release date that's been posted for February is accurate. It might not be. I hope we get them soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the video, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and make sure that you've enabled for all notifications, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.
Dripping lights paint the sky.